Mr. Salisu has lost his life, sadly, and then we grieve with his family and, of course, with the FCC as well, because this is a loss. Whatever the circumstances are, we commiserate with you. But then, to guide us right through the prism of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, what does the law say about the rules of engagement? And if this is corruption fighting back and the war on corruption in Nigeria, we are being joined by Chitam Nwala Ferry. He is a human rights activist, a Pan-Africanist, but very importantly for this discussion, he is a lawyer. He joins us virtually. Good morning, Mr. Chitam. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, and thank you for having me once again.
Yeah, you've heard me, and of course, you followed the story on the loss of these fine agents, and of course, the shooting of the injury carried by his colleagues as well, who is still fortunately alive, and the position of the EFCC on this matter, and the available information in the public space. How do you react to it?
First of all, I must commensurate with the family of the late of the disease of EFCC Operative officer as it was. I must also commensurate with the EFCC losing an important officer at this particular point. It is sad and it's unfortunate that the officer had to lose his life to the line of duty. But however, there are a few things and worries some of us have had ever since we had this information. These are things that we think at some point is quite avoidable. You know, a lot of us have raised up concerns about operation of the EFCC and how they carry out their string operations, and how it has not been in the best interest on most of the occasions of the Nigerian public and all that. Now, the EFCC is out there to fight financial crime, and of course, the law empowers them to make arrests as well prosecute, which is part of what they do through their string operation, and which I think they embark on the same day where this particular officer was killed. However, the challenge with some of these EFCC string operations, the modus operandi naturally should be where you have a suspected fraudster or one suspected of any crime and all, and the first thing to do is to reach out to the person, inviting the person for investigation to the station or to your office. When you invite this person down to your office, the person will drill the person, investigate him as much as possible. But of course, you know, with what we see the EFCC do lately, we see the EFCC harass people, go out after people, do all manner of things that it's not within their rules of engagement. Now, the law, the EFCC Act is on its own, does not expressly, if I would put it that way, specify the rules of engagement for EFCC operatives. However, I must say categorically that the EFCC Act Commission has its own rules of engagement, guidelines on how operative of the EFCC is supposed to carry out their duty and behave in certain circumstances. Now, we have a situation where I can tell you that sometime last year, I had a client who was arrested by the EFCC. Because he was resisted arrest because they carried the same sting operation against my client in Abuja. And when they carried out this particular operation, he was with his wife and little baby. They were sleeping. I don't know the line. Let me tell you, the Nigerian security situation is polarized, completely polarized. And when you hear sounds and moves at night, the first thing you will try to do is self-defense. You will try to first of all protect your family, protect yourself from whatever is coming. Because even our security is not guaranteed. So the EFCC, by this time, should be able to understand this particular thing. And I think that is what even must have led to the killing of the officer. It is unfortunate, it is sad, because that is outrightly. But we all understand the security challenges of our country. But that does not completely exonerate the medical doctor who was actually involved in this. Another situation is this. We are actually seeing situations where EFCC operatives run after their own ways every now and then. When they get to arrest them, they don't prosecute them. Even where they prosecute them, they don't get conviction. This has raised a lot of concerns for Nigerians. It has raised a lot of concerns for us. Because you are these people, you don't secure conviction. Some of them going to plead that you collect money from these people as part of their wealth and they free them. They going to resume their works as their own. The money they carry out the same single question. And this is now the result and effect of it. What kind of system do we operate? What kind of country are we running? What security agencies or law enforcement agencies would not actually act as the act? Every day, something you see them arrest 300, 200, 100 suspected young boys. What do? They release all of them. They collect money from them. And they collect money as usual, 2-3 million from them. Make so much money from these people. And on the end of it, they free them. So they never invite him. They only invite the big men. They only invite them. They will never send an invitation of him. If you look at the matter at hand, you will also discover that the said suspect was never invited. Never at any point in the right to invite him for investigation. But what they decided to do was to tell us a single operation against him, like he is one criminal of. They're fighting one kind of war on the other part. No, these are not supposed to be. If you suspect or there is a petition against someone over internet or whatever it is, the first thing you should do is to write to the person, inviting the person. When the person fails the first invitation, you write again to him, reminding him. By the first time, when the person fails to honor you because of what they use, you cannot have a single question against the person. But in the second time, when the EFCC operates in this country, they should send to anybody. They wake up in the morning, go to a particular conference, ask everybody whether you need their own voice or not. So far as they have one suspected their own voice in the premise,
all right.
They pass everybody.
Yeah. Barrister, yeah, because of time, because we have quite a long way to go, this invitation that you said should be extended to people that are of interest to EFCC. I would like to say, does it concern those called Yahoo boys as well? Because some persons will say, why extend the invitation to a Yahoo boy? If you dare do that, they will run away. Does it count?
Yahoo boys, let's be honest with you. Let's look at this practically. Yes, they are criminals, no doubt. And for me, I condemn it completely, totally. They are criminals. But the quick question is, are they not human beings? Shouldn't they be invited? Should we operate with different laws when you're dealing with their voice? We should not operate different laws. It is still the same law you use for the politicians. The same way you write to a politician that has a petition against this, there's a petition against, you write to the politician, you invite the politician to come and explain the reasons why he took certain action or to come and clarify on some of the money that is probably found in their account or the expenditures being made. They will visit with the politician, writing to the politician. And this happening, one of the problems we have is, we lack database in this country. Every day we'll come up and we'll do leave. This other one will come up and say it is national identity. This one will come up and say one nonsense or the other one in this particular country. And at the end of the day, there is no proper documentation of people. So it is difficult to hold people responsible sometimes. And that is why you find this particular difficulty. But the truth is that these people naturally should be invited. When you can effect an arrest and carry out this sting operation, the person who refuses the invitation. Secondly, when the person is carrying out the action at that time, there's an intelligence that this person is committing that said crime at that time. Then the police or whomever the EFCC comes to effect this particular arrest. But when you do not have this information, you're acting based on the petition. The proper thing to do is to extend an invitation to these people.
All right. All right.
Okay. We don't use different rules of engagement in their voice. They use different rules of engagement.
Barrister.
I don't want to say people.
Barrister. So what's the fate of Ikechukwu right now? I mean, let's leave the fact that he's a Yahoo boy standing right now. Someone that has killed an officer of the law. And he's also saying that he did that practically in self-defense, assuming that they were robbers. So what is his fate right now?
Now, the law is this. In the ordinary sense, we would say he has committed murder. But now this whole thing boils down to, it also boils in the word of the prosecution against the defense. It's required to actually have to put in a lot of work to getting things done and getting him exonerated in the circumstance. Now, of course, when he is found guilty, he goes in for life or he's sentenced to death, depending on what the court will decide in the circumstance. Now, that is one. Then, if his lawyer decides to put up the self-defense, which is what I think should be done in this circumstance, if I were to be his lawyer, self-defense will naturally, when you come up with the issue of self-defense, there are certain factors you will definitely look at. One, the operation took place at night. And in such circumstances, what is the security state of the environment where this operation took place? And then the previous histories of previous police around that particular environment. So the defense has a lot to prove and to actually state that, see, actually this man lives in self-defense. And another issue is, was he invited previously? He was not invited previously by the Efcc. Then it's another ground for him to hold on to. Is he now in the circumstance? I just proved to the fact that he's actually involved in internet fraud. Because there are reports who have also said
barrister. Because of time, I've said it, quite a lot of questions. Now, some persons have said this individual, this Ikechukwu, is a medical doctor, according to information in the public space. But EFCC, in their statement, said he's a suspected internet fraudster. And in fact, they described him and what they saw with him, that he is involved in coding and online medical supplies of doubtful legitimacy. 2 laptops, iPads, several recording devices were recovered from his apartment, and his involvement in internet fraud is already established. Though currently in police custody, owing to the murderous dimension of the case, the commission will surely bring him to trial. So who decides what he was or what he is? Is it the court, the prosecution, or the defense counsel?
The court is the one that will decide. The decision of the court is what will decide whether he is a fraudster or not. It is not. It is the one of the police or the EFCC against the defense. The EFCC is saying that he's a fraudster. If he comes up to say, no, I'm not a fraudster, this is only, I'm not a fraudster, I only mistake this rule for criminals, and I actually shot. It's self-defense.
All right. Then, I'm sure he's...
If you have ever experienced an existing operation, you will be a little sympathetic with the suspect. If you see it,
barrister, that's my next line of action. Sorry, talking about sting operation, because it has happened. I talked about the OAU students of last year, the Akure nightclub situation, and because of some of these things, there was a release by the FCC on 1st of November 2020, I think on 2023, yes, November 2023, they made a release and said EFCC bans sting operation at night. And the chairman gave the directive in Abuja, November 1, Wednesday 2023, in reaction to the arrest of 69 suspected internet fraudsters by operatives of the Ibadan Zonal of the Commission in Ile-Ife, Osun State, and yada, 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 everything that happened with it, especially that was what happened. And so one would say, in as much the chairman, the commission has banned sting operation at night. What happened to these operations that happened 3-4 a.m. and the modus operandi? We have maybe my producer will roll it now. The way these sting operations happen, the way some officers go about it, you could see in this club, this clip of ours, the slap that was given to the lady that was found in the room, and how they go about their business. What's the confusion about with the FCC?
These are the issues we have mostly condemned. Remember the NSAS project that happened? It happened because of the abuse of citizens by tax operators. And let me tell you, the FCC use the same pattern and lose your whisk. You can only find any difference between the two, except for the SARS was more brutal than the FCC. You see, they beat the people, they harass the people, they even steal from the people, these operatives. Steal from the people. And when they steal from the people, God gives account for these things. So when you look at the sting operation, how can security active sting operation? It's needs to be reviewed. So for any reason, my the 1st of November 2023, an instruction has been given, a circular has been passed that sting operation at 9 should not be carried out any longer by the operation of the EFCC. And the same EFCC is now issuing out a statement to say that it was properly documented, the sting operation they carried out was properly documented. It's quite for insubordination. It's quite for insubordination, but the officer who participated in the sting operation, and they showed his discipline. Whoever approved such a sting operation when there was a proper settlement from the chairman of the EFCC that sting operation applies to stop such an officer should be properly disciplined. But people are no longer held responsible for the action in this country. But let me tell you, the way EFCC harass citizens, the way they deal with it, and not money whether you're in front of your wife or you're in front of your children. They harass them, they pick them up to people be harassed because they committed crime. Even a criminal is protected by our law. They won't protect the criminal. There's a right according to criminals, even those in prison, those properly convicted. You cannot harass them. You cannot harass them because they are being convicted with particular crime. So the operation of EFCC, it is questionable and needs to be checked in this country. It's unfortunate that this is happening, and nobody is actually taking action against them.
Barrister.
Of course, we had recently and the dismissal of our EFCC operatives by the chairman, which is we also say that we don't just dismiss them, investigate them, not prosecute them.
Okay, Barrister. To talk about the press statement that was passed in 2023 about no sting operation, and then this situation that just happened right now in Anambra State, is there a way or is there a law that is going to help with that press statement that was passed that could actually help alleviate or help Ikechukwu's case right now?
You know, the whole thing depends on the lawyers handling the matter. The defense counsel will do a lot of work, like I said. And the press statement in question issued by the chairman of the EFCC would also be graded. If I were to be, you should also be graded in the circumstance. Because if an instruction has been given to this person, on what ground are you saying that it was properly documented? Of course, it is the word of, and you know, the way our law is to respect that Ikechuku is, I presume, innocent until proven guilty. And the reason for a criminal offense is proved beyond reasonable doubt. So the EFCC will have to prove its case beyond reasonable doubt. That an average man who looks at the matter will be able to say, yes, there is no doubt in it that this person committed this crime or had the intention of killing the EFCC operative that was shot in the circumstance. But because a lot of things we actually looked at, the gun in question, is the gun in license gone? If the gun is the license gone, good and fine.
Okay.
But was the gun issued?
Barrister.
These issues will be put into account. Everything will be put into account.
Barrister.
But I think, unless there are other things that are not come to the fore of the public, but I think the defense counsel of the defense will have to do a lot of work to get it to go.
Okay, Barrister. We've seen some videos of harassment by these operatives of the EFCC, and then you've also talked about some persons you've actually encountered. Does the Nigerian citizen actually have a right to sue these people for abuse?
The Constitution protects you on that, under the fundamental right enforcement. Of course, a citizen who has been harassed, intimidated, beaten up by the EFCC or by the police or any law enforcement agent can accept bring an action. In fact, an action demanding for damages against the EFCC or against the police, depending on the circumstance. They can bring an action against the police. But you see, most times when Nigerians are able to take themselves off the book of the police, they tend to say, oh, the police is for God. Oh, forget it. Oh, we don't want more problems and all that. So we most times get to waive our right. And if you waive this right, nobody will push the right for you. So people should be able to decide to take up actions against the police. Because if people continuously take up actions against the police, and they keep getting a judgment from the police. They keep paying daily for their crime or for crimes against citizens. I tell the police to sit up. It is because when police take actions, nobody at the end of the day, they go scot-free with it.
Barrister, if you may allow me. Yes, sorry, if you may allow me because of time, but we have less than 3 minutes or thereabout to go, and I have two questions. Number one, by the way, let me establish here, and we established that we are not holding brief for Ikechukwu or the FCC. I'm sure the lawyers of Ikechukwu know what to do themselves. But then, let's talk about the war against corruption. The FCC have said in that statement, you know, it's their word against Ikechukwu's world, and all of them will have their day in court. But it's only sad that we have a loss of an officer here who it might be somebody's husband, somebody's father, somebody's son, and of course, somebody trained to fight corruption has sadly died. So that we don't have a repeat of this and we fight against corruption. The FCC has said, while mourning the loss of his officer who paid the supreme price in the service of the nation, the Commission appreciates the invaluable support, condolences, and prompt response of sister agencies and well-meaning individuals standing shoulder to shoulder with this at this trying time. And as a law enforcement agency of repute, the FCC is unrelenting in the ridding the nation of internet fraud and other acts of corruption. They further said, every subsequent attack on any of his officers will be met with the force of the law. The Commission will not fold its arms and allow any of its officers to be killed again in cold blood. This is a very strong statement. But then what does this do to the anti-corruption fight? Yes, there might be some operatives who go rogue or who doesn't follow the rules of engagement, but then that doesn't say we don't have a war against corruption. How do we, fight these things? There is a problem of corruption. How do we have the FCC in all of this?
Now, it is also important that, you cannot use a wrong to fight a wrong. So if we are fighting, we support the war against corruption. We've spoken against corruption. But one of the problems I also have with the FCC is, and all of our particular agency is that we can take the matters they took seriously and they this fight against corruption. But the people agree that if you send a petition to the FCC in Abuja, where I practice, if you send a petition to the FCC in Abuja, the people agree that is dealing with about 10 million naira, 10 million naira for the FCC. Move on with that issue. But while the money is for 30 million naira up, you see them rush to deal with the matter. They can pick what they want. Because and this is how wrong the system is. This is how wrong the system is. So, of course, they want to be ready to protect the officers. And I also encourage the fact that this statement will deter others from taking up such actions against security areas. And I agree with them completely. Because officers who have decided to serve the country should not be killed in line of duty. Should not lose their life in line of duty, even if you know those are part of their act of the job. But truth be told, citizens must also learn to respect them. Citizens must also learn to also protect officers who are carrying out such actions. However, these officers must engage with citizens using the proper rules of engagement, liberal of corruption, liberal of fraud.
All right. Chitam Unwala, he's a lawyer and a human rights activist. Thank you for your time and your take.
Thank you for having me. God bless you. And
all right. So once again, we commiserate with the family of this officer that has been slain, the assistant superintendent of the FCC SE2, Aminu Sahabi Salisu, who has sadly died in the line of duty.
Yeah.
Sad one.
It's a sad one. Yeah, we must go. We'll see you tomorrow. I remain Uzom Sokechko. Stay safe.
And of course, I want to follow what she has said 100%. Please stay safe and please stay alive in whatever you do. You can have a recap of this program on our YouTube channel at Western Spring TV. Femi Ojo is my name. We'll see you tomorrow. God willing. Bye.